Let's go through our start-sit picks for Week 7. Starting out, I'm looking at Justin Herbert to have a huge bounce-back game after his horrendous performance last week against Denver. Now, the Seahawks are allowing 7.8 yards per attempt. It's good enough for third worst in the league. These guys have allowed 9 passing touchdowns and only 4 picks on the season. This game's right before the bye, so he should have a good chance to get right here before he goes to take a week off. On the flip side of that, I'm stashing Trevor Lawrence this week against Big Blue. The Giants defense is allowing the 4th fewest completions in the league, and they are top 10 against yards per attempt. I'm looking for the Jacksonville running game to dominate the Jaguars' production. At the running back position, I am letting up Tony Pollard against Detroit. They are allowing 5.4 yards per carry. Look for Pollard to break off a few big runs in this one. Conversely, I'm sitting David Montgomery against New England. I know it sucks having to sit Monty, but look, New England's defense is nasty, and this Bears offense hasn't been able to get anything going this season. At the wide receiver position, I'm letting up Chris Olave against Arizona. Arizona's defense is top 10 in passing yards allowed on the season. But beware of Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy has been shutting down every team's #1 receiver all season long. Now, I do think that they're going to move Chris Olave around enough to where he's still going to get open and not have to face that coverage every play. So expect him to have about 5 or 6 really good receptions this game. Going up against Cincinnati this week, I think Drake London is a surefire bust in your lineups. The Bengals defense is only giving up 5.8 passing yards per attempt this season, good enough for 6th best in the NFL. And they've only allowed 5 passing touchdowns on the season. And oh, by the way, Mariota is averaging only 176 passing yards per game. Sit London. My tight end stream of the week is Mo Alley Cox going up against Tennessee again. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about Kylan Granson and Jelani Woods and their involvement in the offense, maybe soaking up some targets, but the Titans have allowed 12 passing touchdowns on the season, good enough for 2nd worst in the league. Last time these guys played, Mo Alley Cox caught 2 touchdowns, so why not take the shot? It's painful to hear, but I think you got to bench TJ Hawkinson this week. Going up against Dallas, they've only allowed 6 passing touchdowns on the season. These guys are one of the best defenses in the NFL. This is going to be a rough game for Hawkinson and company. Let's go through some key matchups for the week. I like the Chargers hosting the Seahawks this week, but this could be a big game that could go either way. Geno Smith finally got shut down last week. It's good to see that he's human. But Kenneth Walker did tear it up. And the Chargers, they are known for having a weak run defense. Now, the Chargers benched cornerback J.C. Jackson last week, so I definitely think DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett can definitely get it done here against a struggling Chargers secondary. But between Noah Fant, Will Disley, and Kobe Parkinson, I am not playing that game of roulette this week. On the other side of the ball, the Chargers have a very potent offense, and the Seahawks, they've been giving up some points this year. Austin Eckler is going to go nuts out of the backfield. Mike Williams is catching everything when he's targeted. Josh Palmer has been filling in nicely. Gerald Everett has been a fantastic staple at the tight end position. And we might be getting Keenan Allen back this week. This could easily turn into a high-scoring affair, so light up all your key fantasy pieces in this one. Next up, we have the Steelers coming off a big win last week, visiting Miami. Now, there's a little bit of controversy over who's going to get the start at the quarterback position. Kenny Pickett took a concussion last week, but he seems to be progressing through the concussion protocol pretty quickly. I expect Najee Harris to have some get-right opportunity here. Finally do something for your fantasy team. Go ahead and start him up. The combination of Claypool, Pickens, and Johnson make it tough to start any of these wide receivers, but I'm definitely looking at Pat Freiermuth finally making his return from the concussion protocol. With Tua finally getting his return to the field, I don't expect the Dolphins to hold back at all. Pittsburgh's defense has been giving up points left, right, and center. Waddle and Hill will be the key pieces I'm looking at here. Even with Kosicki's big game last week, I'm still not calling for him in the starting lineups. But with some help in the running game from Mostert, I definitely think the Dolphins will be moving the ball here. Rounding it out with our hometown corner, we have the Bears traveling to Foxborough for Monday Night Football. Bailey Zapp has been getting all the attention in the media lately, but I fully expect Ramondre Stevenson to be the one lighting it up this week. It's no secret the Bears have been horrendous against the run. Now, I expect the Bears offense to struggle mightily in this game. New England's defense has reached the quarterback 17 times this season, and Fields is one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league. With 6 interceptions on the season, it's going to be extraordinarily tough for the Bears to get anything going all game long. Matthew Judon and company are going to be living in the backfield. Now, against the run, New England's defense has been moderate so far, but they've only given up 2 touchdowns on the season. While splitting touches with Khalil Herbert, I don't expect David Montgomery to have a big game here. Matt Eberflus even came out and said they're going to ride the running back that's got the hot hand. Who does that when you have David Montgomery? But hey, silver lining, N'Keal Harry might be making a season debut against his former team, the Patriots, for that revenge game. Now look, this will probably turn out to be a big ol' nothing burger, but hey, silver lining. But I'll say one thing. If the Patriots do have a weakness on defense, it's actually mobile quarterbacks. The running quarterbacks like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson always tend to give these guys fits. Look for Justin Fields to get a little bit of something done here with his legs, but that's just about it. If we actually had anything to be excited about, I'd be actually looking forward to this game.